The Brazilian English teacher, there's a Brazilian English teacher who loves high performance tennis and Novak Djokovic. Novak Djokovic, that's Novak Djokovic. The teacher always watches Djokovic matches. Djokovic playing tennis, official matches, and interviews when he is talking, answering questions to journalists, TV hosts, okay? On YouTube, feeding from his champion mentality. So, Novak Djokovic is the most successful tennis player ever. He has a champion mentality. He thinks like a champion. Our life, the life that you live, the life that you have, your results, your marriage, every single aspect in your life is a reflection of your mentality. It is a reflection of your mindset. It is a reflection of your system, mental system, your beliefs, crenças. Your life, my life, every single aspect of my life, of your life, is a reflection of your and my mentality. In other words, my life, your life is exactly what we think it should be. Maybe not rationally, consciously, but unconsciously, subconsciously. Deep down, we live exactly what we believe we should. And this is the number one factor that separates champions from the rest. It's not about abilities. It is not about talent. It's not about gifts, dons. It is not about skills, abilities. The number one reason, the number one factor that separates champions like Djokovic from everybody else, mindset, mentality. There are some tennis players that are better than Djokovic. Some, not just one. Roger Federer is better than Djokovic. E olha que eu sou um mega fanzaço do Djokovic, mas eu sei. Roger Federer is better. Rafael Nadal is better than Djokovic. There are 5, 6, 7 tennis players that are better than Djokovic. They have more abilities. They are more talented. They are better. They play better tennis than Djokovic. But how is it possible then that Djokovic is the most successful? Because of his mentality. Because he believes he could be, can be, he believes he is. He can, he could, he should be, and he believes he is the greatest of all time. The GOAT, greatest of all time. Today, nowadays, right now, Djokovic is undisputably, hands down, there is no discussion, no debate anymore. Today, he is the greatest of all time. He's the most successful. But the only possible way for Djokovic to have become the greatest of all time, the most successful, today, is because ever since he was 7 years old, since he was 7, or better, when Djokovic was 7 years old, one of the most successful and one of the best tennis coaches saw Djokovic playing. He was 7 years old. And there was a woman, I forgot her name. She was one of the best coaches, one of the best tennis coaches ever. She was very good, very successful, very respected. And she saw Djokovic playing when he was 7 years old. And she told his parents, and she told him, you could be the best tennis player in the world, the number one. And Djokovic, he heard and he believed. He heard with his ears and he believed with his heart. He heard with his ears and he believed in his heart. And ever since then, 30 years ago, we are talking about Djokovic is 37 today. He's 37 years old. So we are talking about 30 years ago, 1994. Okay? 19 We're talking about 1994. We are talking about 30 years ago, 1994, when he was just 7 years old. Okay? And he has always believed he could be the best. He has always believed he was the best. He is the best. And because of this mindset, he trained himself and he transformed himself into the best. He has been in the most dedicated way. He has been working hard to be the best. His diet, he doesn't eat gluten. He has a gluten-free, lactose-free, dairy-free, sugar-free diet. So, he eats no gluten at all. At all, enfatiza. Would you like some water? No, thank you. Would you like some juice? No, thank you, I'm fine. Would you like some coffee? No, I'm fine. Don't you want anything to drink? No. Like nothing at all? Like really nothing at all emphasizes. He eats no gluten at all, like never. No lactose, dairy-free, dairy laticínios. No dairy products. Okay? Milk, cheese, all dairy products, he eats none of them. And he has a normal, refined, sugar-free diet. So, let me show you. So, this is refined sugar, normal sugar. Because nowadays we have brown sugar, okay? We have yes, this is it. We have brown sugar. We have demerara sugar, muscovado sugar, and we have the refined sugar. Okay? So, Djokovic eats no sugar, no refined sugar. He might have some brown coconut. He might have some coconut sugar, muscovado sugar, brown sugar, but he does not have any standard normal sugar. Okay? So, his training routine, his diet, he has been living, he has been working, he has been training, he has been eating like a great champion. He has been reacting to the challenges on the court and off the court as a champion for 30 years. Okay? And this is why he ended up, after spending 30 years eating, working, training, thinking, addressing the problems, encarando os problemas like a champion, he ended up becoming the greatest champion ever. So, every single aspect of Djokovic's life, his diet, his training routine, his schedule, it's a champion doing that. A champion mindset generating all of that. And this is the reason why the Brazilian teacher likes to watch and listen to Djokovic, to feed, to receive, to be inspired by his champion mentality. To modeling, to do some modeling, to learn and understand the mindset of a great champion. Like a baby feeds from his or her mother, breastfeeding. It's what Jesus did when he multiplied the bread and the fish. And he fed, past of feeding, he fed 5,000 people with some bread and some fish. Feeding food, but also listening to a message, to a teaching, learning. Okay? That's why the Brazilian teacher watches Djokovic. To absorb Djokovic's champion mindset. He sees himself in Djokovic, one of the best ever in tennis history, the mental strength, the mental force, the mental power. Okay? He sees himself in Djokovic. When you look at the mirror, this is a mirror. This is a mirror. Mirror. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. When you look at the mirror, what do you see? Yourself. You see your image reflected in the mirror. Okay? When the Brazilian teacher looks at Djokovic, he sees a small portion of himself. He sees a little bit of himself. When we say, I see myself in you, I can see myself in you. I can see you in our daughter. Oh, there's so much of you I see in her. It could be appearance, it could be physically, or it could be personality. Okay? A connection, a similarity of physical appearance or personality. Okay? The resilience, the power to be your best version in the worst scenarios. So, we talked about this resilience of a vault, essa vara que a mulher está bending, torcendo, dobrando, that's called vault. E esse esporte chama pole vault. Salto com vara, né? The capacity to be bent, to be twisted, to be stretched without breaking. Resilience. When we say someone is resilient, when we say a metal, aluminum, iron, steel, né, ferro, alumínio, aço, is resilient, you can bend it, you can twist, you can stretch, you can put it on fire, you can burn it. It's not going to break. Mas resiliência sozinho, after the ordeal, after the difficult process, the person, the object, goes back to the original state. Ok? Resilience sozinho I can bend you, I can twist you, I can stretch you, I can put you under pressure, I can, you can go through ordeals, problems, difficult situations, like someone, Pamela, she went through a battle against cancer. Batalha contra o câncer, né? A battle against cancer. And she didn't break. She didn't quit. She didn't give up. She didn't throw the towel. She didn't stop. She didn't succumb. She was perseverant. She persevered. She kept going on. That is resilience. Mas resiliência sozinho, after the process, the person, the object, goes back to the original state. Resiliência is amazing, é maravilhoso. Muito melhor do que quebrar diante das dificuldades. But there is one level above than resilience, which is when you not only endure, remember, support is a false cognate. When we hear support, we think the Portuguese word suporte. And that's not actually suportar. Okay? That is not in English how we talk about it. What the idea that we have of support, the idea that we have of suportar, to handle, to endure, to cope with. Okay? To handle, to endure, to cope with. So, o nível acima da resiliência, I can handle, I can endure, I can cope with the problem, and besides that, on top of that, I become a better version of myself when I go through difficult moments. I can handle them. I can handle the ordeals, difficult moments, challenges. I can handle them. I endure them. I can cope with them. They don't break me apart. They don't tear me apart. They don't break me down. But besides that, on top of all that, more than that, I become a better version, a better person. I will raise my level to deal with ordeals, to deal with. I will raise my level to deal with, to cope with, to handle, to manage, to administrate the ordeals. When the teacher is going through ordeals, he feeds from Djokovic's tenacity and bouncing back superpowers. Quando você tem esse tipo de mentalidade, de espírito, de cabeça, que vai além da resiliência, esse nível acima da resiliência, what happens to you is aqui eu acho que vai ser melhor a gente pegar, Nath, o dia que eu fiz essa aula ao vivo, primeira vez, eu fui lá para a quadra de tênis e eu demonstrei o bouncing back. When, because of the law of gravity, when an object is falling, the object is accumulating kinetic energy, energia cinética. If it's like a tennis ball, when the ball hits the ground, it is going to bend and bounce back, using all the kinetic energy accumulated during the fall to bounce back, to go up again. Ok?